Good morning, I'm Ree from Mummy of Four. Thank you for joining me today live on Facebook and up here live on Instagram, and thank you for catching on replay on YouTube, on Facebook, or indeed on Instagram. So, like I said, I'm Ree, I'm from Mummy of Four, and I blog to help busy mums make their lives easier with parenting tips, tricks, hacks and advice. And today I'm going to talk to you about a problem that every woman who's ever breastfed has come across, which is what on earth am I supposed to wear in order to get my boobs out, in order to feed my baby, but without feeling like I'm fully getting my boobs out. You know what I mean? Let me know if you know what I mean. So basically, there are a few top tips that I can give you. The first one is, as you are buying your maternity, right at the beginning when you first get pregnant, if you're back that far on your journey, as you are looking for maternity clothes, have a look for ones that have also got a nursing option in them. The reason for this is you're not going to be straight back in your normal clothes. You're going to have, other than Kate Middleton, who looked amazing, but you know, let's face it, she's got like an entourage to help her look amazing. Most of us do not look like good after they've had a baby. Most of us will be like, hey, I'll put my clothes back on. Nope, that outfit I packed to leave hospital is not going to fit me. I'm going to put my maternity clothes back on. So you're back in your maternity stuff for at least a few weeks until you kind of feel comfortable enough and the baby tummy's gone down a bit to get back in your normal clothes. So if you look for tops that have kind of got the flaps and things in them for maternity wear, then if you've got a choice for one with or one without, then go for the one with. I'm not advocating for 1 second that you buy special maternity, special nursing clothes just for breastfeeding. But if you're buying maternity stuff anyway, then please, by all means, look for ones that have got that option. So that's it. So just as you're buying maternity clothes, bear that in mind. Now, when you get past that maternity clothes stage, and you never want to see maternity clothes again as long as you live, and you want to burn them all, because that's how I felt after every single baby. I just get this stuff. It's all I've worn for 9 months. You've got this really limited wardrobe because you don't want to spend loads of money. And you want to get back to your normal clothes. So you need your wardrobe that can work for you, obviously. So obviously dresses that are up to here aren't going to work anymore, are they? Because you can't get your boobs out. So, but there are ways to use your normal wardrobe in order to subtly feed your baby. Because when I first had my first baby, I used to think I had to hide away, that was 13 years ago. So I used to think I had to hide away in a different room to feed. And then as I kind of grew in confidence, and as I think everyone's been a lot more there's a lot more in social media and things about breastfeeding, I don't care now. I feed my daughter wherever I've got to feed her, She's hungry, I feed her. I no longer remove myself from the situation. If someone else is uncomfortable, they can remove themselves. So the ways of doing it without being like an exhibitionist, So, a couple of tricks. The main one I use is the two-top trick. So, if this was, as opposed to a cardigan, this was a normal, normally I wear a t-shirt, so I've got a cardigan on today because I'm feeling really summery. But so what I've got is I've got like a vest top underneath, like this. So these are the ones from Zara. I just have these in every single colour they make them because they're fab. And they're like wide enough strap to cover your bra strap. But, not like so warm that it's going to be too much of an extra layer. So quite simply, all I do is I wear one top underneath and a higher top on top, and I quite simply pull one up, and then I pull that one, I'm not going to do it now, just because you don't want to see my boob, but I pull that one down. So I've got one up, one down, like that, and that's plenty enough to feed my daughter. So in the winter, that is the easiest thing to do. If it's warm enough to wear 2 layers, do that, because it works, As it gets a little bit warmer, and you're in you don't want to wear 2 layers because it's the middle of summer. If summer ever comes, if this ever becomes a problem for us here in the UK, this is what you do. For example, so if I was just to open this, I'm not going to take my cardigan off now, but, oh, thanks for joining, Jade. So I've got some comments going on. Jade liked my stories on Instagram yesterday, so I thought they were funny. I think, what was I doing? I was ranting about Kate Middleton, wasn't I? It's like, leave the poor woman alone! She's just had a baby! But, yeah. Right. So this is my other trick. So you wear a rather pretty scarf. You buy, this one's from Jules. I quite like Jules stuff. Right. And then you quite simply put it round your neck. And then as you're feeding your baby, you just, you know, ta-da! So you just use this. What I do is tend to do is just cover it over like that, and then ta-da! Baby under there. So it's not like you've got to totally cover them up, but you know, you can get away with that even if you're just wearing a vest and without just feeling like you're all flesh. Because I think it's not so much about breastfeeding in public that it would ever make me uncomfortable, but I just don't like feeling like I'm naked. So I just do it for myself. It's not really for anyone else. It's just so I don't feel like, hey, here I am taking my top off, you know. So this scarf trick, I find it works really well. You can buy special breastfeeding scarves, but this is kind of all about not buying special stuff, but using what you've got, or buying something just because you like it and you want to wear it again, you know. So the scarf trick. So that's my second option. Or my third option, isn't it? First is pregnancy clothes. We've got the two-top trick. We've got a scarf. And now this is a muslin square. Now there are a trillion things you can do with these bad boys, and they're awesome. In our house, most people call them burp cloths. In our house, we actually call them sick cloths because all of our babies have been such projector pukers that I've just used them for mopping up vomit, quite frankly. Every single one of them. In fact, I used to think all babies were massive sickers until a friend of mine, shortly after I had Zara, my fourth baby, said, I said, you know, she's just sick all the time. And she said, well, he hasn't been sick much, only about twice. I said, what, since you got here? And she's like, no, since he was born. And I was like, whoa, hold the phone. Your baby has only been sick twice in his whole life? Whoa, because she's sick all the time. She's not so much now, she's 14 months, but at the beginning. So that's what we use these for. I couldn't have been without these anyway. But even if your baby's not a super sicker, these are fab. So all I used to do with these is just tuck one around this bra strap. And this is obviously, it fits the summer. And then just, ta-da! It's not the prettiest. The scarf is probably a bit more attractive, but I always had these to hand. They're also good for, you know, catching the sick. So, yeah, muslins, you've always got them lying around. If you haven't got a scarf, use one of these. And then my last one would be, if you have just got a cardigan, actually just do up the top button, or two, which I know is similar to your two-top thing, but basically just to use that, so you can still get your, you know, you can still get your boob out enough to feed your baby, but it's just giving you a little bit of, hey, if my shoulders are covered, I don't feel so bad that my boobs are out. And you know, if you're comfortable, you feed your baby however you want to feed your baby. This is my main message, I think, to you, people of the internet, whether you're breastfeeding or not. It's normal, and everyone has to do it to feed their babies. So if you see someone breastfeeding and you don't like it, just look away. And if you are out and about and you want to feed your baby, then feed them, you know, wherever you are, whichever way you feel comfortable. So personally, this is how I find, it just makes me comfortable, but whatever you find works for you guys, you know, that's what you should do. So these are my top tips. Like I said, the scarf, the two-top trick, your muslin square, for just making yourself feel comfortable without having to kind of hide your baby too much. It's more just about hiding. For me, it's just about, I've got a bit of coverage up here. I think, hey, I'm comfortable. So the second thing I wanted to talk about on this Facebook Live, just very quickly, because I have a feeling Zara may wake up soon, and then I'll have to actually feed her with my two tops and my cardigan and my scarves, is this one trick will save you so much hassle when it comes to breastfeeding. This is the answer if you have got a sleepy baby, this will work. If your baby is slightly underweight, this can help. If you've got lower milk supply, if you're struggling to get your baby to sleep enough to feed through the night, this helps, honestly. So obviously if you've got any concerns about your baby's health, you need to see a health visitor, but I'm sure your health visitor will agree that this solution will help. And it's quite simply, it's breast compressions. Now, you might just do this naturally as you're feeding your baby, or you might have heard about it before and be doing it. But basically, I'm not going to squeeze my boobs on the internet, but basically it's the same as hand expressing. So what you're doing, I'm not going to get my actual boob out because no one wants to see that, but you're just sort of putting, so if that's your nipple, putting your hands in a C shape around your boob, and you're just squeezing, and you just need to think of it as trying to squeeze the last of the toothpaste out. And if you think you've got like lots of little milk ducts all around here, so what you do is, as your baby's feeding, as they're feeding, and you watch their feeding pattern, and they're feeding and swallowing. As that slows down, and this works especially on newborns, and they're kind of drifting off, and you can see they're like feeding, they're slow. If you squeeze your boob as you're already in the middle of feeding, that will kind of spurt out some more milk into their mouths, and then they'll keep going, and you will notice the pattern of their feeding carrying on. So it just encourages baby to keep feeding when they really can't be bothered that much anymore. So if you've got low milk supply, it will help by encouraging them to feed more, which will then tell your body to produce more. If you've got a baby that's slightly underweight, it will just encourage, as I say, them to feed that little bit more and get those extra few drops, which every drop counts when they're very little. If you need them to sleep through the night, it's encouraging them to feed more. So basically, as you say, all you do is you start with the booby feeding on. You just, as the feeding pattern slows down, you just give it a squeeze, and then you just move your hand round each time. Hang on, here we go. Squeeze, and then just follow. So it's just making sure that the last of the milk is out of all of the ducts before you swap sides, and that burst of milk into their mouths should help them remember to wake up. If you just get them before they're absolutely, when they're comatose, it's not going to do anything. But if you get them at that stage, your mums know what I'm talking about, where they're kind of drifting off and they're feeding, but it just slows down to almost asleep, then that should help. So please let me know, have you tried breast compressions? Have you never heard of them? Is it something you naturally do anyway, but you didn't even think about it, just to squeeze that extra drop into your baby? But let me know in the comments, because I'd love to hear if anyone tries that. Oh, Jade says that works with her. There we go, on Facebook Live. So thanks for that. Everybody else, let me know in the comments. So thank you very much. I think that's all from me. I'm not sure how long we've been chatting for. Yeah, just a nice, quick and easy one today. So let me know, what do you wear to breastfeed? If you've got any top tips to share, please add those in the comments. And if you've tried breast compressions, then let me know all about that too. Don't forget, join me here every week for Facebook Live. In fact, just before we go, I'm going to tell you just very quickly about my giveaway again. I've got a giveaway running over on, you can see on the Facebook page, it's in my Instagram bio, and I will drop the link in the comments when I put this on YouTube as well, to win these fantastic Cheeky Wipes kit, which I think are amazing. And they are cloth wipes, which are super. They are falling all over the floor. These are basically reusable baby wipes, which I absolutely swear by. And I'm not going to go right into that right now. Here you go. Here are some that are actually damp. I'm not going to go right into it right now and give you all the details. They smell amazing. But I am going to put a link in the comments to the post all about why I've used those for the last 5 years. I've not bought one single pack of baby wipes. I've just used these, and they're awesome. And yeah, that is a sponsored giveaway, sponsored by Cheeky Wipes. But quite frankly, I've raved about those things for free for years. So what are you going to do? So thank you, lovely people, for joining me. And I will see you all again. Catch me over on stories on Instagram, and follow me on Twitter, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and all that jazz. And I'll see you guys next Wednesday for another live at 10 AM British Summer Time. Thank you.